everything. Y'all youngins benefited from NIL.
What does that mean? We deserve more.
Of course,
everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
Brace yourselves, Angel Reese. The name alone ignites debate, but this time, it's not just about on-court battles. It's a financial firestorm, and Reese is at the epicenter, unleashing controversy on a whole new level.
I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sit out.
That's a possibility for real.
Forget a simple raise request. This is a salary ultimatum. Angel Reese isn't just asking for more money. She's demanding a fundamental shift in the WNBA's pay structure. Insiders are whispering that these demands could redefine player compensation and reshape the entire league's financial landscape. Is she a revolutionary or recklessly overplaying her hand?
How in the hell can you be this blinded by your own entitlement?
For the love of God!
Basically, the dump divers in the WNBA, they must be surrounded by people who are constantly lying to them. Because I have never seen a group of entitled players overvalue themselves this much financially.
The backlash? Predictable and brutal. Critics are unleashing a barrage of accusations. Entitled, greedy, out of touch with reality. Social media is ablaze with condemnation. But is this just knee-jerk reaction? Are these critics overlooking a legitimate point about player value in a growing sport? Or is Reese truly out of line with her demands?
These two clowns got together as the dumbest people in sports, and I would make the argument they are hopping on a podcast and saying, wait for it, they need more money, threatening to hold out if they don't get what they want.
The stage for this public showdown? Her own podcast. In a move that's either incredibly savvy or incredibly reckless, Reese chose her personal platform to drop this financial bombshell. It's a digital confessional and a declaration of war all rolled into one. Let's dive into what exactly she said.
After an unrivaled loss, and we're starting to get things trickling out of that now. And one of the things that we're getting is she had, of course, Dejanay Carrington on her podcast.
And she wasn't alone in the booth. Dejanay Carrington, a fellow WNBA player, stood shoulder to shoulder with Reese, offering unwavering support. But is this a genuine alliance of players fighting for fair wages, or are they creating an echo chamber, reinforcing each other's inflated sense of worth? Analyzing their dynamic is crucial to understanding the strategy at play. Is Carrington a true believer, or just a loyal friend caught in the crossfire?
Getting the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sit out.
That's a possibility for real.
That's what Angel Reese is hearing. Angel Reese is hearing that if the owners don't comply, she's hearing. She didn't say this herself. If you don't give us what we want, we're sitting out.
Then the unthinkable, the threat of a boycott. Reese didn't just hint. She strongly implied that WNBA players might refuse to play if their financial demands aren't met. This isn't just about salary negotiations anymore. This is a nuclear option, threatening to detonate the entire WNBA season. Imagine the fallout: sponsors pulling out, games canceled, fan outrage. Is Reese really willing to push the league to the brink?
Yeah, we gotta get it up.
Y'all gotta do
y'all.
something. Y'all gotta do something.
But the women coming in, not this year, but next year, or because the ones coming in this year will still be on the rookie contract again. Mm-hmm. The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
No, they are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Like,
the ultimate power play, the most audacious gamble of all, hinting at quitting the WNBA entirely. Is this a carefully calculated bluff designed to maximize leverage? Or is Angel Reese genuinely prepared to walk away from her professional basketball career if she doesn't get exactly what she wants? The sheer audacity of the threat leaves everyone wondering, how far is she willing to go? And what are the breaking points for both Reese and the WNBA?
Did Angel Reese just threaten a lockout? I'm not joking. Can we just talk about how crazy this is? She just threatened a lockout. She's not even on the WNBPA board and she just threatened a lockout. Like, what is going on?
The simmering resentment, the trigger for this explosive outburst, whispers about rookie contracts, the galling prospect that fresh-faced rookies just entering the league might soon be earning salaries that rival or even exceed those of established veterans like Angel Reese. For a player with her profile and perceived star power, this feels like a financial slap in the face, a blatant underestimation of her value.
They were playing pretend basketball, but there wasn't a damn thing about it that was elite. What WNBA players do best, what WNBA players do better than anyone else, it is make unreasonable demands.
Let's be real, this isn't just about the money. Ego is undeniably a factor. Angel Reese has meticulously cultivated the Bayou Barbie persona, a brand that extends far beyond the basketball court. She sees herself as a star, a draw, a cultural icon, and she likely believes her salary should reflect that broader market value, that inherent star power that transcends mere on-court statistics. Is she wrong to believe in her own brand's worth?
I'm sure there were some red faces in the crowd caused by uncontrollable laughter, as the crowd of dozens of people witnessed Angel Reese once again struggle to make routine layups.
Time for a cold, hard performance reality check. Let's strip away the hype, the brand, the persona, and focus solely on what happens on the court. Are Angel Reese's recent game stats, her on-court impact, and her overall performance truly justifying these top-tier, league-leading salary demands? Critics are quick to point out inconsistencies, missed layups, and a level of play that, while solid, doesn't consistently dominate. Is her performance truly elite enough to command the salary she's demanding? The numbers are under scrutiny.
The worst basketball player of all time. Have you ever seen this in a game before? This is y'all queen. This is who y'all root for and cry on the internet over every day. You Angel Reese fans and Glazers are just different, bro. Like,
fan sentiment is a fickle beast. And right now, the tide seems to be turning against Angel Reese. What was once widespread adoration and unwavering support is now morphing into skepticism, criticism, and even outright hostility. Online forums are buzzing with negative comments, and even some of her staunchest supporters are beginning to question her tactics. Has she miscalculated the public mood? Is she in danger of losing the very fan base she relies on? The court of public opinion is delivering a harsh verdict.
So y'all talk about the woke WNBA players basically threatening a strike of the WNBA if they don't get paid more. Okay, they're demanding more cash from a league that doesn't have any cash, right? Last year, they lost $40 million. Yes, $40 million. Okay, even despite the fact that Caitlin Clark basically saved the WNBA.
Now we must confront the stark, undeniable financial abyss that is the WNBA's current reality. This isn't just a minor budget shortfall, it's a full-blown financial crisis. Last year's losses weren't just significant, they were catastrophic. A staggering $40 million. $40 million. Visualize that number. Imagine the weight of that debt. This isn't just a deficit, it's a financial black hole threatening to consume the entire league. And in this context, Reese's salary demands take on a whole new and far more problematic dimension.
The WNBA, listen to this. Owners are mad. They're furious. They're tired of it. The WNBA lost $40 million this year. That's right. They lost $40 million.
But here's the truly chilling fact. This isn't a new problem. This isn't a temporary downturn. The WNBA has never turned an annual profit, not once. In over 25 years of existence, a quarter century of financial struggle, of operating in the red. This isn't just a bad year, it's a deeply ingrained, systemic financial challenge that casts a long, dark shadow over the league's future. And it's the harsh reality against which Angel Reese's demands must be judged.
Angel Reese says WNBA players need more money. Oh, boy. Again, 26-year league, never turned a profit 1 year. It is literally the welfare league for the NBA. The NBA keeps it afloat, and these people want a raise. Okay. I mean, you just can't make this up.
Let's face the uncomfortable truth head on. The WNBA's very existence is heavily reliant on NBA subsidies. The men's league, a financial powerhouse, is essentially bankrolling the women's league, providing a crucial but fragile lifeline. This isn't a partnership of equals, it's a relationship of dependency. And while the NBA's support is vital, it also underscores the WNBA's inherent financial vulnerability and raises serious questions about its long-term sustainability as an independent entity. Is this dependency sustainable, and what are the implications for player salaries when the entire league is propped up by another entity?
They lost $50 million last season, and they're demanding a raise. Someone please make it make sense. Name another industry in the country where you lose millions of dollars and you get a raise.
Yes, Caitlin Clark's arrival has undeniably sparked a surge in interest, viewership, and even revenue for the WNBA. But is this surge a genuine turning point or a fleeting mirage? Will this increased revenue be enough to overcome decades of accumulated losses and finally propel the WNBA into consistent profitability? Or is it just a temporary bump masking deeper, more systemic financial problems? The question remains, is the Caitlin Clark effect a savior or just a temporary distraction from the league's underlying economic challenges? Skepticism, despite the hype, persists among financial analysts.
A college let both of them in, so you're going to sit out. You lost 40, 50 million. You know who would clap for you all sitting out? The NBA. So they don't have to subsidize your dumbasses to the tune of 40 to 50 million a year. Like if I'm an NBA owner, I didn't get rich by wasting a couple million on something that has no chance of making money. Honest to God.
And then there's the resurfacing of Reese's earlier financial complaints, her public statements about struggling to afford rent on her WNBA salary. These past pronouncements now cast a long shadow over her current salary demands, fueling the narrative of a player perhaps disconnected from the financial realities faced by her league and perhaps by many of her fans. These echoes from the past are now being amplified, shaping public perception and adding layers of complexity to the ongoing controversy.
Angel Reese threatened to sit out games if Kat Engelbert refused to acquiesce to her demands. I hope it comes to that.
Into this swirling vortex of demands and controversy stepped Caitlin Clark, offering a strikingly pragmatic counterpoint. With a calm and measured tone, Clark articulated what many were thinking. Direct comparisons between WNBA and NBA salaries are simply unrealistic at this stage of the WNBA's development. It was a voice of reason cutting through the noise, a grounded perspective that starkly contrasted Reese's fiery rhetoric and perhaps resonated with a broader audience seeking a more balanced view. Clark's words offered a crucial reality check.
The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
Angel Reese, this is the same person that literally said she didn't know what her WNBA salary was and that it didn't even cover her rent.
The fan backlash isn't just simmering anymore, it's boiling over into active resistance. The online chatter has coalesced into a tangible Sit Out Reese movement. The hashtag #SitOutReese is trending, gaining momentum, and reflecting a growing segment of fans who are openly stating they'd rather see Reese sidelined than see her demands met. This isn't just about online opinions anymore. It's a potential shift in fan loyalty, a real and present danger for Reese's brand and her standing in the league. The backlash is no longer passive, it's actively pushing back.
You can see from this response, Angel Reese says her rent is $8K and WNBA salary is, and then someone responded, she's the one who chose to live in the apartment that's $8K per month. If your salary can't afford a level of rent, maybe you shouldn't sign at least.
Angel Reese is walking a high wire without a net. Her salary demands, her boycott threats, her confrontational stance, it's all a high-stakes gamble that could either elevate her career to unprecedented heights or completely eviscerate it. Is she a visionary leader boldly fighting for player rights, or a reckless individual blinded by ego and entitlement, risking everything for a paycheck? The line between brilliance and disaster is razor thin, and her next moves will determine which side of that line she falls on. This is a career-defining moment.
Right now, if they're looking to make $2 million a season, that's not going to happen. All right, they're not going to make that kind of money. They will if they go to Russia. But, you know, that's up to you. As long as you don't take drugs over there and smuggle it in, you probably got nothing to worry about.
Ultimately, this isn't just about Angel Reese's salary, it's about the very future trajectory of the WNBA. This salary saga has thrust the league into a defining crossroads, a moment of truth that will determine its economic model, its relationship with its star players, and its overall viability in the fiercely competitive world of professional sports. How the WNBA handles this crisis, how it responds to Reese's demands, will resonate for years to come, shaping the league's identity and its prospects for long-term success. The stakes are monumental. The future of the WNBA hangs in the balance.
Is it any wonder why people aren't watching? Is it any wonder why Angel Reese is not a draw? Is it any wonder why Unrivaled can't break 200,000 viewers?
The final chapter of this explosive drama is far from written. Angel Reese's demands are hanging heavy in the air. The WNBA is facing an unprecedented crisis, and the entire sports world is watching, waiting to see what unfolds. This story isn't over. In many ways, it's just beginning, and the consequences will be far-reaching and profound.
Comparing the WNBA and the NBA, I don't really think that's fair. Obviously, I think where the WNBA is right now is pretty incredible. I think a lot of people, or most people, would not believe it's in the place that it is right now. So I think when people always ask me this question, where I think it'll be in 5 years, is it's hard for me to answer because people didn't even think we'd be right here right now.